Excuse me, guys. It cut it like that because it was recording the video, the wrong media. Whatever. Yeah, it's everything. Like if I can use word to me, my personal point of view, but I bet it's right because if I feel it, I know it. It's true because I live it. I go through it, and we don't put our energies at the same place. Some people are dedicated to money. Some are dedicated to work. Some are dedicated to whatever they do. In my case, well, I like to analyze. I love to analyze. I like to learn new stuff, but not just the natural way by looking at everything, small things, big things. I already mentioned that in the previous video. So yeah, small things, and it's hard to understand until the day you take the time. You're doing what you do. You're in the traffic. You come back from work. There's the sun. Why wouldn't you just take a second and thank the sun for being in your life, for spreading that light on you, that light that comes inside your skin? That it's a great energy. So might as well, just like people used to do with gods. I do it, but not everybody does it nowadays. But they are worth be reminded of, and just let them know that you appreciate them, those things that you love, but you don't focus on that. You're not you, most people. So yeah, it's all ingredients. Like, if I can use the word ingredient, that's the best word. It's like, because ingredients is elements that create a recipe, right? So if you throw some, I don't know, some ice cream with some ham, you're gonna mix that, and it won't give you the right result, or maybe. But I never tried it. I will probably never try. Hope, but you know what? If you like it, you like it, and it worked for you. We all have different tastes and different tastes. We are different, but we are all part of the same boat. But you're gonna see where I go with that. It has to do with alchemy, because by doing those little things, like I said, thanking the sun. That's the only thing I named yet, but I'm going somewhere else with that. I just wanted to be clear for you to understand word by word, because I don't like words. I like emotions, to feel things, but words, the way we use them, sometimes just doesn't bring much as what you know about the real life. You live. You're the only one who sees what you see. I'm the only one who sees what I see also. But when I say alchemize stuff, it's because you have the power. You have all the ingredients. Excuse me, but I just don't want to say I, because I don't mean much if we are not there, So but it's an alchemical process. Everything is. So it works with every ingredient. You can mix some spoons with some forks. You can mix salt and pepper, and it create salt and pepper mix. And if you like it, you like it. You kind of mix two things that never really belong together at first. And you tried it, you alchemized it, and something that everybody expected to be probably like it wasn't a question to even try it. They never even thought about it, and they were not so happy about the idea because they didn't see the point. Just like the first guy who said, "Hey, one day we'll go on the moon." Some people back in the days, they were like, "Who's that guy, man? You have to send him to a psychiatry or something. He's crazy." So that's a situation where the ingredients were not right. People didn't believe one, and whatever is doable. And because of that, well, for a long time, things didn't happen because people wouldn't believe it. But one guy, or a girl, I don't know, I'm not sure, but they decided that, look, I bet we can go on the moon. And people would repeat the same thing, like saying, "Wow, man, you're crazy. Forget about it. Earth is flat," or who gives? I'm not talking. I don't want to debate on that because my belief system is something different anyway. So it would be really hard to explain all that in a lifetime. So yeah. So the day this guy, he took the ingredient the same as usual as the previous one did. He took his idea, but maybe he saw what it did. All the one before, they got ridiculized. They got treated like if they were crazy in the mind. Some might have been executed. Who knows? Those things, that weren't true yet. But so you see, so this guy, he was like, man, okay, well, maybe this time, I won't talk about it. I'll talk about it once it'll be done. Oh, that changed things. That changes everything. Because by doing that, two things, three things, I don't know, I'm going to start with the first one, is that, like, let's say it hurts you when people radicalize you, and you know you're right, but they still do it, and it hurts you, and it turns you off, and you leave the project, and you're not motivated to keep on going with that project or of yours. The thing you love to do, the thing you believe in, that is achievable. You hope for, you dream for, you know. So it's like you got this option to share something with people that is not already done, or not that it's not true. Because in all situations, before and now, what you said, what you believe in, is true. Now we got the evidence. But a lot of people, you know, they have the truth, but you know, they slip by sharing it with people, maybe without having the evidence, or sort of created a lot of unusual events, you know. Like this guy who thought he did create this, but when people is all against you with your values and your belief system, it's hard. It fucks your energy up, no matter what. Even if you're like, even for myself, I'm really good at staying calm, whatever happens, my patience, everything. This, I'm kind of surprised myself. Like I impress myself day by day because I'm like, whoa, man, how can you be hurt? You know, this is fucked up. But one thing that I cannot control is that when something happens, yes, I'm strong, I can handle it. But I noticed that after that, even sometimes it can be just to be with someone that's really negative, or say you're hanging with someone always talking about problems and it's always negative, and he always start swearing and screaming. And, you know, you don't notice because you're patient and it doesn't concern you, and you're empathic, and you know you want to help, but you come back home and you're fucking drained, and you, excuse me for swearing, my bad. You're drained, you're tired, and you're irritable. You know, your patience not there anymore now that you are alone, and nobody messes around you. You're alone, but you're pissed, and you wonder why. And you know, it's because you didn't know this, but it, not that it took your energy. It didn't take your energy, but it changed it subconsciously. It drained you. It drains you now. Why now and not while it was happening? Because you didn't notice. Because you're patient and you're empathic, and that's like, so nobody is like kind of. There's a shield that you can put around you. Meaning, remind yourself when this happened. That, look, hey, well, hold on. This is not me. This is not my energy. See, by analyzing that, and you know, at first you don't see how right you are by doing that, but eventually you do it once, twice, and every time you do it, it helps. Just to remind yourself that, oh, hold on a second. You do what you got to do to relax your nerve. You know. Me, I would smoke a joint when it happens, you know, because, no, I'm not a big smoker, but when it happens, because it doesn't take much. Sometimes it doesn't even need an altercation or a fight or something. Sometimes it's just the energy of someone that puts you through the energy, and then it's up to you to do what you do with that energy. But you have to notice it, and then you can you fix it by telling yourself. Because you don't understand, everything was going fine, and now it doesn't, and it's not normal. There's a reason for that, and nothing happened. So, what is the problem? It's not me, it's not you. And I smoke a joint. So all this little, because there's a rush, you know, or you're pissed about what happened, whatever, and you're like, it takes all your space into there, and you can spend the whole day, you can spend weeks for something that happened, because you're mad at it, or I should have done that, whatever. So yeah. Whatever you do that relax your mind, it helps. It helps. For real, like me, that's my technique. My personal technique is just considering. And then I feel better, man. I feel like brand new because, you know, if I do something wrong that didn't help me, I just know it. It's me. I did it. And next time, you know, I avoid doing this, or I keep on doing this or that. But that's an alchemical process because there's always different outcomes. That you have the power just by doing small things, you know, because it goes far. It goes as far as how do I really know myself? Do I really know what I really want? That would help. And maybe, you know, I'm alone often, more than never. So that helps me to figure out those things. But when you're surrounded by people all the time that have opinions on things that are not always true. It's not everybody that is not true, but it's frequent to have some people around you say you're at a job, you're 5 in the office, and there's only one who's always fucking complaining. What's the fuck your day up and your energy because you just want to work, you love your job, but this jerk is like fucking always complaining about everything. He kind of loves doing this. And he feels better when he says those things, and when he puts you through, she puts you through this energy, it's not yours. You see? So if you just don't notice it, and you just endure, why is it going to become an engrenage? You know? You're going to be stuck in a wheel. It's the snowball effect type of shit, you know? Because if you let it go like that, without even considering the impact that it has in your mood and on your life at the end, you know? Because if you plan on staying at this job where this guy is, and you're just pissed all the time at this guy, and you don't do a thing, I don't mean, well, first you can tell him, but we're not there yet. Meaning it starts with you. Like, what is it that, why am I pissed like that? And then you take a second, it's like, maybe, how come, like, when I'm not in, when he, you see, this guy, he's not working on Mondays. How come Mondays, everything goes fine? Tuesdays, and the rest of the week, I feel like that. You know, you notice those things. So, you have your answer. And the true answer. You can't need to take something straight. The true you. Not the one that you project yourself to be in front of people because people say, hey, I have this, I have that. I remember I did this and that. But, so you hear what they say, and it's not that you believe them, but you listen to them, and so you take it as it is being told to you. But you don't know this, but this creates this energy of maybe, I don't know, oh shit, I don't do enough, how come he got this and that? He must be happier than me. Or, what, how could I get there fast? Or, you could have those type of thoughts. You know, you see some people have a lot of money, they succeed, they did a lot of stuff, but you don't know about it really. You don't really know everything about this person, where it comes from, and if he did the work, well man, you better show the guy respect, or the girl, you know. If they did succeed by working hard at what they do, what they love to do, man, you have to follow those people and their visions and stuff. But it's not like that for everyone. So that's where you can alchemize stuff. It's like, it's first by, your body talks to you. But if you don't listen, well, it becomes a habit, and an engrenage is, and it's getting bigger. Meaning, you don't plan on looking for the problem because you're already into this. It's a problem that it's not yours. So it's not a problem, but it becomes one. When you don't start by always talk to yourself before, and being true, meaning, no lie, if something doesn't work for you, if you don't say a word, someone asks you something, and you do it, and you're pissed after, because you didn't want to do this. But you said yes, and after you regret it, and you know, how can I say, let's say one of your friends need help to move his, whatever, from his house. So you know what it involved. It's moving stuff, climbing stairs, doing all those stuff, you know. I did it many times. I had many roommates who would go and come in, and then when I was at the 4th floor, I would help them all the time. It wouldn't work, so okay, man, I gotta go back. Can you help me move my stuff out? Yeah, but I helped you to move it in, and I'm gonna help you to move it. Like, okay, no worries. But every time, it was like, because it happened many times before I kind of, you know, it's not that I don't want to help, but you know, there's limit, man. If you move here, when you get out of here, you take your stuff. Like, I've been moving, like, I don't know how many times in the last year. It's enough, you know. Pay someone, huh? That's it. But it's because of all the times that I did it, and I was supposed to leave for like 2-3 hours, they say, and I would end up spending the whole night and come back in the early morning. Well, I had to go back to work in the morning, say. So you kind of, you're pissed, you know, but you're pissed for what? What are you pissed at? But you understand, kind of. But when it happens, if you talk to yourself, right on, like, hold on, now I'm really fucking pissed. Now, what is it? First, wow, you know that this is a problem? Is that you? No. Oh, you regret? Oh, you're like to yourself, I shouldn't have done, I shouldn't. Yeah, that's true. And it pisses you off even more, because the more you remind yourself that you shouldn't have, well, it's just get bigger also. You're like and time goes, and you have to go back to work, and you didn't sleep, you helped this other guy the whole night. I don't say it's a bad thing, it's just an example. So after 10 times or 11 times, I don't know how many times it takes for you to be really pissed at something and say, yo, man, that's enough. No, so it becomes, that's the alchemy I'm talking to you about, is now it happens a bit too late, because it took all of that for you to understand that, look, man, people, they move, I don't know, it's okay one time, but I'm doing it because to help, but I'm not there to move everybody out in from wherever, That's what it took for you now to be like, if someone asks you, hey, you think you're gonna start laughing and just say, oh, fuck, forget it, man. no, just laugh, man, like that. And because it's real, it's like you're not faking. You're really, it's a natural reaction. Like, fuck it, man. No, I can't. No, sorry. Yeah, you don't say too much. You don't have to lie. You don't say no. no, excuse me, but no. But, and you really feel like it doesn't feel like nothing for you to say no. Nah, you don't want to because whatever. Because first and secondly, because you did it fucking doesn't have time for other people that when you had to move, they weren't there, and you know what I'm saying. It takes all of that, but it doesn't take all of that. When you kind of analyze the problem, because it's you at the end, because you're the one who reacts to stuff. So you're pissed because of how you behaved. You lied to yourself. You did stuff that you didn't want to do, and now you're pissed at everything around you. You're boiling inside, but it's all because of you. If you're boiling inside of you most of the time, and you get to learn that and work on this, it becomes a mechanism, a great engrenage. The one that when you analyze and you analyze not in favor for you to be hurt or feel bad. You want to heal. You want to figure the thing out so you can go turn the page and just be the same as you were like 2 minutes ago before that happened or that happened. So when you start doing that, analyzing stuff, just take on, you don't focus on everything. You just where you at. Somebody asks you a question, you don't try to find what's the answer you should answer to please that person. Well, that's a situation where we have to, stay polite, talk, look good for a different reason. But meaning not in regards to opinions or someone asks you either a question, a favor, do you like this? Well, you should say yes. Oh yeah, I love that shit. They're just to impress or something. And then you're being asked, hey, you want to come do this? And you fucking hate it? Well, you want to be mad at yourself. You want to be like, why the fuck did I say that I love doing that while I hate it? Now I have to go with this person and go do that stupid shit. And you're mad at yourself at the end. You're the cause of the effect. The way you behave. But when you start doing that, being true, and you start seeing the result, meaning, hey, you see, I feel better since there's no it's just me and nothing more, nothing less. I won't say I like it if I don't. I will not give my opinion on, let's say, somebody that I don't know. Meaning say, oh, this girl, this guy, is this, she's that, no, I don't know, you shouldn't, and start suggesting people not to do so. While I don't know someone, I would never do that. And even if I would knew someone, and somebody would ask me, I wouldn't be like, no, don't go, man. I would be like, be careful. That's just from my personal, or if you don't want to get involved into it at all, it's even better. You just go like, you should ask her, me from what I know, everything's okay or not, but I won't, put too much. Oh yeah, I remember you did this and that and this, and oh, you better be careful, and oh, you should call him. I know you did it, that's it. Because after that, if you didn't, well, you just put yourself in a situation. And that's the type of little things that altogether, it can mess up your day, your week, your life. Because there's this thing, this this deception of always feeling like that and not understanding why. When you're true to yourself, you kind of limit your expectations, right? Because less expectations, like I mentioned, less deceptions. It's all proportional. So the real alchemical process is when you apply this with everything around you, as if it was an ingredient. But when I mean things, it's not only material things, it's also your analytic, meaning you know that this happens all the time. You took note, and then something happened, and you relate to that you know for sure that will or not piss you off, or will kind of help the situation or not. And you can apply this in so many manners. You see someone that you love, that around you, that you love, meaning a close one, and is really mad or sad about something, deceived it, and it's not your day to say. You just you had a shitty that word too, but you see that this person that you love is also, and you're like, you have two options. You can go hide. Like, fuck it, man, I don't need more today. Something like that. You can do this. So you're both pissed, But there's the option also to, hey, man, buddy, what the fuck happened to you? Are you okay, man? So, even if you're not okay. If it's someone you love, when you love someone, you take the time. Because when you're fucking sad and mad, they are there for you, right? So by doing that, kind of, and you're like, oh, I'm going to show him a little joke. about that. You got something in mind. You can just reverse the whole thing by just saying positive stuff, like, or funny stuff, you know. Say something literally stupid. So he's like, he doesn't understand what you just said. Like, what? They start laughing because, what the fuck did you get that? And then it changes the mood. You see, that's alchemy, because it's something that at first I thought I didn't want to do, but at the end, for myself, that was the best thing for me to do, because at the same time, I feel better because I helped someone to feel better, and that made me feel better. And it's like if nothing happened. You see the alchemy? Listen, I could go 4 hours, and it's been a while already. 39 minutes, I'm gonna have to stretch that. But yeah, you use it, it's like your fears, you know, the fears. Still, why am I so scared of this, that this happened? Think about what you don't do, or what you do that makes you being scared of something, or anxious about something. If you're anxious that tomorrow they're gonna shut the water and you won't have water to drink, well, maybe it's the right time to go to the grocery store and buy, I don't know, a case of bottled water, because so tomorrow you won't be anxious. Everything's gonna go fine. Or just find a way to get some. I know not everybody has money. I'm broke sometimes too, but that's not the point. And when you act like that, while your expectations are lower, so you don't, little things makes you happy. And doing things in a different way leads you to better result in your happiness, in regards to happiness and your joy of living. You hate your job? Well, why did you decide? Find another job, because maybe you're gonna hate every job you're gonna get because you just don't like to work, right? That could be that. But that could also be at first you don't like to work because you don't try to find anything a motivation. Like whatever you do, cleaning shit, whatever you do as a job. Well, if you're about to do this job, why don't you find a reason to like it? Clean the shit properly. You know, put yourself into it. Make it clean, because you don't know, you want to see it clean, you know, man. What's up? But no matter what you do, you might as well do it fine and with, I don't know, not devotion, but I mean, you're there, one way or the other. So the alchemical process is just to understand that, hey, maybe I could find something that I want to learn about this job. I want to do better. I want to be the best at this job. Or not everything interests me, but that's a good thing, because meanwhile, I don't know, I'm working out at the same time. It's close to my house. The shifts, you know, are nice. We're off on Fridays. Those things. Those little things that instead of just not loving what you do, I know it's sad, man. Nowadays, you don't really have many options. Like, meaning, you have options, but you are born with something that you have to follow as rules, as standards, as social class. Just like that, because we don't change anything. But that's another thing. Everybody thinks that it's too late to change. How is it going to change? Never. It's going to change. The only way to alchemize it is not to answer like, yeah, but everything, there's a war all over the world, and remind ourselves that in the shit we put ourselves into, knowing it, living with it, enduring it, losing people, close one, because of it. Well, why instead we just don't talk about something else? Like, not that war is a good thing, I would never say that, but talk about something else. Hey, maybe if the war would stop, but this and that could happen. You know, find some ways. I don't change currency, a universal language, anything. I don't know. When you think about it, we just focus on whatever we did wrong, and we still do it wrong, and it's not getting better for one and only reason, because not everybody is good at alchemy. Because to alchemize, you need to see further than what it is, and for a positive result. And to this point, there's a good, the bad, but the thing is, there's some bad people in the good groups, and there's some good people in the bad groups. It's, you know, corrupted. So yeah, I just don't think about that. The good, the bad. I know I'm doing what I have to do. Is it good? Is it bad? Hey, it's none. It is what it is. It's what I do. This is who I am. And if you ask me a question, you want to talk about something, I'm going to answer what I think about it. Without saying, imposing my, sometimes people get mad at me while they are the one who asked me a question. And when you want the truth, you want an opinion on this, and I answer that, and then we almost get into a fight because I didn't say a thing. You try to convince me, but I'm being really polite, and I say, look, man, I don't want to offend you, but me, that's my belief system. It's not yours, sorry, but I cannot change it. And I will not. And then some people would get mad with this, That's a bit retarded, but that's how things can get into your energy. If you're not saying the truth and you're not being honest about your true feelings, just for you, not for whoever. It's for you first, to have it. That's the point. That's how you alchemize stuff. And if something doesn't, make you feel good, well, instead of panicking, just try to find positive sides about it, even if it's something real bad that happened. You broke your leg, something, some shit happens, and people, I don't want to go into those details, everything's going fine. I mean, you have a life, you have few people, or not, who cares? You find your own truth, you do what you have to do, not to feel like that. And it has to do with how you expect things to be, which you shouldn't do. This expecting, it's not trying to predict or visualize what you could have done. It's just live, keep on living, alchemize stuff as they come. Because the motion comes like that also. All right, I'll let you go, guys. That was my